BEYBLADE BURST World Championship 2018, Paris, France. Top bladers from 24 countries and regions gather here in Paris, going on to the final stage. Are you ready? The overheating series of battles where bladers crash their pride against each other. The final battle for the throne of the first BEYBLADE Burst World Champion starts now! Witness the moment of history. In this tournament, every match will be held in a 3-on-3 battle. The bladers must select parts within the 22 authorized bays and assemble 3 to use in order. The bladers will win 1 point by a survivor finish or ring out finish, and 2 points by a burst finish. In the preliminary round, 6 bladers from each pool competed in a round-robin style event. Each match was a 3-on-3 battle with a 2-point system. The 2 bladers to win the most matches advanced to the final tournament. Pool 1. Switzerland, South Korea, the Philippines, Estonia, Latvia, and Turkey. With anxiety and excitement filling the air, the BEYBLADE Burst World Championship began! The bladers seem to have the jitters, but whether you win or lose, it all depends on how quickly you can steady yourself. Bladers who were victorious in their opening match were able to calm down and extend their lead throughout the pool play. And now for the results. Winning all 5 matches, Sing Sang-hyun from South Korea conquered Pool 1. Balanced defender from Latvia came in 2nd place with 4 wins. Both bladers moved on to the final tournament. Pool 2, Malaysia, France, Singapore, the United States of America, Australia, and Lithuania. Pool 2 was a very close contest. By the end of the 3rd match, 4 bladers were tied at the top of Pool 2 with 2 wins and 1 loss each. Now, if 2 or more bladers have the same qualifying scores, the blader with more scored points is declared the winner. That means that win, lose, or draw, the bladers wanted every single point they could get their hands on. In the end, Kako from Singapore scored 1st place in this tight race with 4 wins, earning the spot in the final tournament. The United States and Lithuania had the same score coming in at 2nd place, but thanks to the burst finish in his 1st match, Fio from the United States managed to make it to the final tournament. Pool 3. Mexico, Austria, Germany, Canada, Vietnam, and Ukraine.
1, 2, 1,
You could say bladers from Pool 3 had a secure strategy. Among the 18 bays that were used, there was only 1 attack type. The bladers showed patience and determination, collecting their points 1 by 1. At the end of the long endurance race, 2 bladers tied the top score with 4 wins. With a tight lead of only 1 point, Zeno from Canada came up in 1st place. And Bui Minh Kong from Vietnam also made his way to the finals in 2nd place. Pool 4. Taiwan, Brazil, Japan, India, Thailand, and Hong Kong. A huge crowd gathered to get a glimpse of the championship when Pool 4 stepped up to the stadium. In the last pool, every blader was aggressive and showed no fear with a barrage of daring attacks. There were burst finishes everywhere you looked. These were some of the most intense battles in the tournament. Bladers grew stronger with every battle, with every launch. When the fierce contest was over, Shuai from Taiwan was in 1st place, winning all 5 matches. Buster Dash from Brazil had only 3 wins, but the burst finish he executed gave him enough points to come out in 2nd. The 8 bladers who had advanced from the preliminaries were now set to go face-to-face in the final tournament. The final tournament! From here on, the matches will go on in a tournament style. The Bladers must win 3 points to win the match.
Balkish, B3.
Oh, voici Balkish.
Prison Requiem S3.
Voici la Prison pour les États-Unis d'Amérique.
In the opening match of the final tournament, the lead went back and forth. In the fourth battle, there was even a draw. It was clear that both Bladers had equal strength. Winning the fourth battle, Sing Sang-ham managed to conclude the match. He was able to show his power as he did in the preliminaries, maintaining his perfect record.
Les États-Unis sur ce match.
Balkish, B3.
Balkish B3.
Excalius X3.
Excalius X3.
Je me régale.
In this match, the results were uncertain right until the final battle. Zeno evened the scores in the fourth battle and gained momentum. For the final battle, Buster Dash chose Excalius, the winning blade from the third battle. Balkish was Zeno's choice. The counterclockwise spinning blade shut out every one of Excalius' attacks. Successful in his base selection, Zeno made his way to the semi-finals.
Zeno from Canada win the match.
On peut applaudir les deux joueurs.
Prison Requiem F3.
Le retour de
Prison Requiem S3.
La même toupie.
3, 2.
Winning 2 battles in a row, Balance Defender was standing firm. Driven into a tight spot, Kako called out to her bait. But it wasn't enough to turn the game around. This match was won by Balance Defender. Kako looked a bit regretful, but in the end, both Bladers praised each other for their tremendous effort.
Kalzar K3.
Kalzar,
Et c'est le
avec la
retour de
pointe
Kalzar.
Prison S3.
Et c'est une Poison.
Another Blader with a perfect record, Shuai was in the last match of the quarterfinals. Against all odds, it was Boiming Khan in the lead up until the third battle. But as the match wore on, Shuai started a counterattack. In the final battle, he managed a miraculous comeback and moved on to the semi-finals.
Balkish B3.
Balkish B3 avec la pointe Bellring. Il joue la sur.
Prison Requiem S3.
Requiem S3 avec. Alors je veux vous entendre.
Up until the fourth battle, Sing Sang-ham was leading by a score of 2-1. Zeno, in dire straits, chose Prison Requiem to escape from the fire. This was the only bay that had earned him a point in this match. Zeno resisted till the bitter end, but Sing Sang-ham won by a hair in this neck-to-neck battle. But Zeno's pursuit for victory isn't over yet. He could still win third place.
Prison S3.
Poison pour la.
Prison S3.
Avec la pointe atomique.
Yeah, the same.
In the third battle, Shuai was behind by 2 points. He refused to go down, and the two bladers were heading to the fourth battle. But Balanced Defender was in complete control. Deeply understanding the ability of both his and his opponent's bays, Balanced Defender was able to reselect his bay in seconds. In the next battle, he made a survivor finish like he knew it was going to happen and advanced to the final. After his loss, it was time for Shuai to shift his mind to the third place match.
Balkesh B3.
Avec son combo stock pour Xino, Balkesh B3.
Spice and Requiem S3.
They both lost once, but they never gave up. Whenever Xeno scored a point, Shuai clawed his way back. With neither blader able to claim the lead, they ended up in the final battle. Shuai gripped his fist tight with hope. Xeno's spirit burned bright. In the end, Shuai from Taiwan finally managed to take third place. But who will reign in first?
Balkesh B3.
Balkesh B3.
Balkesh B3.
Quasiment avec son combo stock Balkesh B3.
The two bladers from Pool 1 met again in the final match. In the preliminaries, Balanced Defender's only loss was to Sing Sang Han, who had a perfect game. Will he be able to take down his powerful rival?
Oh, la pointe Bellring l'emporte.
Using a performance tip with higher stamina, Sing Sang Han took the first point of the match.
Kalzar K3.
Kalzar K3 avec une pointe d'attaque de Louis Dorel. La Lettonie a choisi.
Spice and Requiem S3.
Avec la pointe Bellring.
In this battle, Sing Sang Han made an aggressive move. He aimed for the burst finish with his Kalzar. The counterclockwise spinning mode would have been a safer choice, but Balanced Defender was aggressive to choose the clockwise spinning mode for his Spryzen. Kalzar fought valiantly, but ended up burst into pieces. With one final counter-strike, Balanced Defender took the lead.
Fafnir F3.
Fafnir à 3 pointes atomiques.
Fafnir F3.
Oh, encore une Fafnir à 3.
Sing Sang Han cannot afford to lose a single battle now. Balanced Defender had him cornered. They both selected the same energy layer, Fafnir. How will this end? Balanced Defender lost his balance to a series of rapid attacks. With his highly stable performance tip, Sing Sang Han evened the game at the last second.
Balkesh B3.
Oh, Balkesh B3, pointe Bellring.
Spice and Requiem S3.
Toujours logique.
In the final battle, the two combatants chose bays that consistently earned them victory throughout the tournament. Once they launched, the only thing the bladers could do was believe in their bay. Draw! This battle just won't end! But both bladers prepare themselves for a redo instantly. Such concentration!
À vos positions. Combat numéro 5. 3, 2, 1.
You could cut the tension! The final launch!
J'aurais jamais cru voir ça.
Sing Sang Han, Balanced Defender. The final victor is
C'est un arrêt de rotation pour
Balanced Defender! The champion has been decided! From their firm handshake, we can tell how much effort both bladers put into this, and that they did their best until the very last moment. Latvia's Balanced Defender basks in the glory of the first Beyblade Burst World Championship.
stress. Vai lost vai win. Es esmu ļoti priecīgs par uzvaru, un kad nekas tas reti būs, kad tas varētu apmainīt par to. Tas varbūt vienreiz dzīvē.
One, two, and